Hello, dreamers. Perla here. As always, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. So this is going to be Aquarius Pisces Cusp. Before we get started, just an FYI, it is extremely hot. So if you hear noises or whatever, it is what it is at this point. Lights are off because it's way too hot. I have one window curtains open, so you're gonna see the lights fluctuating up and down. Okay, so just in case you get easily distracted, just know that that is there. So Aquarius Pisces cusp. Um, Getting to the finish line of something or feeling like you are almost at the finish line, whether this is a relationship or like a project or a business, something. What is interesting though is that a lot of you are not realizing how close you actually are to something being finished or to finally getting to the finish line in something. I feel that a lot of you are still thinking or believing that you're still at the starter or the beginning stages of something, when in reality you are further along than you thought that you were. It's a nothing else, excuse me, is coming through with that energy, but that's kind of like the way that I can describe it at the moment. It's almost kind of like you're like one, and I guess we're gonna use this as an example because it's like the easiest one to use. It's like, like if somebody's like on social media or whatever, and all of a sudden like one of their videos goes viral and it's like it blows up. It's kind of like that type of energy. Like you're like one phone call away, one comment away, one meeting away, one project away, one something away from finally arriving in a certain space, whether this is um work related or romance related. So like if you've been single, it's like you are one event away from meeting like the person you're gonna be dating, and something of that matter. Like you're closer to the end or to the arrival, I should say, of something than you believe or than you see. And I don't know if this is because maybe some of you are starting to lose hope or are starting to question whether the path that you chose was the right one or something of that matter. So it's almost kind of like a reminder that you are there. Like it's almost kind of like that's like the only like I'm trying to see what else wants to come through with that space, but all I keep on hearing is like you are already there. You are already there and you haven't realized it. For some of you, like you're going to recognize this energy when you maybe you were like focusing a lot on trying to control like your emotions or control like your anger or your frustration or something like that, or control your stress, and you haven't even realized how you've managed the last few situations that were stressful, the last few situations that were frustrating, or situations that may have caused anger and stuff like that. So it's like it's more about taking some time this week and reflecting on how it is or how far you've actually come, but by actually pinpointing certain events or certain things, right? So if you were working a lot on sep my kids are like making so much noise right now. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but they're like right here. But there's something here about like there were situations or there were things that would have in the past triggered you in certain ways, and you're not even realizing like how far you've actually come within that space of like being triggered or whatever. For others of you, it's like you have been putting in the work that is required for like your success or is required for the next level, but you haven't realized that you have already like arrived at that level. I don't know if it's that you're waiting for someone to tell you or that you're expecting this new level or whatever to look a certain way, or to feel a certain way, but it's just the next level. Like it is not the end of the story, it's not the end of the game. And if you're having a hard time realizing like how far you've came, maybe practicing some stillness may be helpful, right? Because practicing stillness is not just about like being able to sit still when it's quiet and things like that. It is about learning to be present no matter what it is that is happening around you, right? And that is the main goal. So that when you are leveling up, when you are going through different elevations or different transitions in your life, you're able to be present as they're happening, but also realizing that is happening at the same time, right? You're realizing like, oh, this is what's shifting. Oh, this is what's changing. Instead of like 6 months later, like, oh my God, I wasn't like totally present when that happened. Like, oh shoot. So this is kind of like where or what you should be focusing on. Like, okay, when I talk about meditation, when I talk about grounding, it is simply for that, to allow to be present without allowing the outside circumstances to take hold or to take the lead on how it is that you are going to react, but instead learning to respond. Now, when I say that, it is not necessarily about suppressing anything. So like if I respond in a frustrating way, if I respond in an angry way, I am still present enough knowing that that is a response. When I react out of anger, when I react out of frustration, it looks very different than when I respond out of them. And I don't know if you guys have experienced that or not. So it's more about like maybe changing your perception on what it is that you call arriving or what it is that you call finally getting there. Because it has a lot to do with not necessarily being present as you arrive. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the way that it's coming up, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card for your closing message. Okay, there we go. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. And what is he doing? The person in here is sitting down, meditating, number 51. Again, learning that stillness so that then you can utilize that tool when shit is hitting the fan around you, right? Because it hits the fan in one way or another, and it doesn't always have to be something dramatic to hit the fan, right? It can be something very simple, like let's say you wake up one morning and you have these plans of doing, you're gonna do your laundry, you're gonna power wash your house and all of this other stuff, and then all of a sudden you wake up and there's no power. And there's no power not because you didn't pay your light. A freaking car went ahead and crashed into the lamp pole in front of your house, and now the transformer is blown, whatever, and it's gonna take a day or two for it to get fixed, right? Well, how is it that you're gonna respond? Are you gonna start like getting anxious? Are you gonna get angry? Are you gonna get frustrated? Or are you just gonna be like, you know what? I guess it's not a laundry day. I guess it's not a house power washing day. What else can I do, right? It's more about that, or being like, yeah, this is effing messing up my plans. I'm a little frustrated. I'm gonna sit with it. Okay, now what are we going to do about it? Because we're not going to sit and wallow in this frustration, right? So it is about learning how to navigate those spaces. And that is what stillness, and that is what meditation, this is what is meant to help you, right? It is not just about learning to sit in silence for 8 hours when there's no distractions around you. That I feel that is something that everybody can learn to do. What seems to be harder is to still be present when the entire world is still spinning around. Well, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.